Hi, my name is Karen and welcome to my channel. This is my first vlog on this channel. I did have a channel about 5 years ago, but I thought it's about time to get the camera back out and just start filming. I don't really know what I'm going to film. This is like a new channel, but I want it to be based on, you know, my age group, so over 50s, so dealing with topics like menopause, and as you've seen in my intro, fashion, shopping, that kind of stuff, and also small business. I tried to start a small business a few years back, but you know, trying to navigate that, learning how to do it, and also going to work, I just never really got my head into it properly. And just recently I have sort of picked up the pace a little bit, and I found a bit of momentum from somewhere. So I thought, right, I'm gonna try and make a go of this, because you know, I've worked really hard behind the scenes building something for myself in this little business, but I haven't advertised it or anything yet. Even though I've got an Instagram channel set up for it, I just haven't managed to get around to it. But anyway, I have got some notes here because it is my first vlog, so you know, I just want a little bit of a prompt. So if I'm looking down, that's why. A little bit about me. I'm Karen. I live in the East Midlands, and I am originally from West London. So I moved up here about 20 odd years ago with my ex-husband through his job. I've got two grown-up boys, 27 and 24, although to me they will always be, I don't know, 10 and 7. I love a bit of DIY, and when I moved into my current house 4 years ago, it, shall I say, it needed a lot of love. It needed a big hug, and that is what I gave it. But like the first 9 months in the house, like myself and my son, we did work pretty hard, and we brought it back to life, gave it that big hug that it really needed. And I would say that it's rewarded us because of that. My love for DIY stemmed back from the 90s, when House Doctor and changing rooms were like all the rage. And do you remember that? I mean, oh my god, that was like, if you watch it now, it looks so dated and so terrible. But you know, it's what we had, wasn't it? And I used to love it. I used to watch it so much, and I used to have an obsession with new houses, and I used to literally just go around showrooms and just pretend that I lived there. That sounds so sad, doesn't it? But I'm sure I'm not the only one. So I love charity shops as well. This also stemmed back from the 90s, when the boot sale started, and I used to do a few boot sales with my best friend then, and we used to love it. I used to prefer to go round and have a good rummage. And then like this sort of charity shop started where I used to live, but it was more like you could take clothes and you could give them to the shop, and then they would give you a ticket, and if they sold it, then you would get a percentage of it. So that's kind of how it started. But then I used to find clothes at boot sales, and it just kind of stemmed from there. And now where I live, we've got hundreds of charity shops, like literally everywhere. Every sort of street you go down, there's a charity shop, or you know, nearby. And I I just love it. I love having a rummage. This dress that I've got on now, this is from a charity shop. But I thought what I'd do for my next video, if I ever make another video, I thought I'd do a charity haul, charity shop haul. So, you know, for women in my age bracket, I don't know if, like me, you've trawled the, you know, internet or YouTube, and you are desperately looking for women over 50 that do charity shop hauls or Primark hauls and try-ons, and there just isn't any, not in the UK. There's loads in America or Canada, but I don't know, sometimes I just don't find those women quite relatable. They're normally, you know, fitness fanatics, and they've got the body of, you know, a goddess, and I don't. I'm a very real size 16, you know. Sometimes I can go up to an 18, sometimes I can go down to a 14, but it just depends. I kind of go up and down, and I just cannot find anybody unless they are, I mean, I found a few that are sort of like in their late 60s, early 70s, but their fashion, or, you know, their sense of style isn't the same as mine. So yeah, I'd like to do something like that on this channel. I'm going off on a tangent because it's my first vlog and I'm just trying to get it all out. I'm just saying whatever pops into my muddled brain. I'm also hoping to talk, like I said, about the menopause on here, because, you know, that's it, it's very real. So I don't know if anybody's even going to be watching this, but if you are, and you are in this age bracket and you are going through that, then maybe that will be of interest to you. I don't know. Back to my small business. I'll put the logo somewhere on the screen here. I started it a couple of years ago, not properly. All the business vlogs that I watch and everything, they all just say, just start where you are, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's great if you're that type of person, but I'm not. And I just love to have everything in place in my head that I feel comfortable. And I think, okay, that's done, that makes sense to me, so now I can do it. But if it doesn't make sense, then yeah, it just fills me with so much anxiety and dread that I just fall apart and I can't do it. I never used to suffer like with anxiety at all. I was always so confident, but I don't know whether it's the menopause or coming out of a very bad marriage, which I will probably talk about separately. So I don't know, maybe just life, who knows. I do know that a lot of women, when they start the menopause, that, you know, there are quite a lot of changes, excuse the pun, to get to grips with. And when I started, there wasn't very much information about it, so I think I had quite a lot of symptoms that were never discussed. And it's only now that I've seen that, but you know, that was like 10 years ago now I started, so I think everyone's journey is different. But if that is something that you'll be interested in, just let me know. So that's part of the reason why I haven't managed to sort of start my business, because of the advertising side. I can do everything else, like behind the scenes I've created all these little products, and you know, I've even built my own website. I mean, something I never thought I would ever manage to do, but I did it all by myself, and I learned everything off YouTube and just really by doing it and finding out about it. If I didn't know something, I would just research it. So I'm very proud of that, very, very proud, and something I never ever thought I would ever do in my life, but I have. I'll put the logo back up again. This is what it's called. It's called Your Special Occasion. So what does my little business do? I might put some pictures up on the screen as I am telling you this. I make wall prints, all like A4 size, so UK A4 size. So I've got some autumnal prints, and then I've got other pretty prints. I do Mother's Day, greetings cards, bookmarks, and I have also done a lot of digital products. So I do planners, meal plans, shopping lists, daily planners, menopause tracker, which, you know, I've used as well. But these are products that literally you can buy and it will get sent straight to your inbox, and you can download it and print at home. And also the fact that you get it instantly, because that's the day and age that we live in, isn't it, of I want it now. I've also created some colouring pages so that you can just download a page if you want and just sit and colour. I did it mainly like it was like a small business colouring book. So basically for anybody that's got a small business that just wants to take 5 minutes out. But it doesn't have to be just for the small business owner. It's, you know, it's just colouring pages. I've also created it into a book, and that's currently on Amazon. Hopefully I'll put a picture somewhere here. What I'll do now is I will just show you around my little business, my desk setup, and some of the products that I have on my website. So enjoy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little montage, collage, whatever, and I hope that you've enjoyed this first video. As I said earlier, I think for my next vlog I will do the charity shop haul. I did go about a month ago and I got quite a good haul, I must admit. I was very, you know, when you go shopping and one day you go and every shop has something that you want, you need, or it just fits perfectly, or it's just right. That's how this day went. Like I said, this dress that I've got on now is from a charity shop and I absolutely love it. It's got long sleeves, and I will definitely be putting that one in the vlog. Hopefully that is something that you'll be interested in. I'm sure if you're in my age bracket and from the UK, then you will be wanting something like this. So if there is anything, and you know, happen to even get just one person watching, thank you. Thank you so much for sticking with me till the end and watching me probably fail miserably. But who cares? They say just start, don't they? So here I am, you know, getting over my anxiety and just starting. So I look forward to seeing you. I don't know how often I will be uploading. It might be every 2 weeks to start with, just to see how I get on and if I can build that momentum. But we will see. So thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. And like I said, if you do subscribe, then hopefully you'll get notified. And I think I've put the socials on the outro. Oh, and before I go, look at this nice cup. Oh, how pretty is that? It's like a vintage kind of pattern. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I got this for my birthday from my son, so thank you. I had seen it. It's in Morrison's, if you like it. And then they've got the bigger sort of like a cappuccino style cup. and that's, yeah, that's huge, but not as tall. But yeah, very pretty. Anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now. Isn't it funny, like I'm saying goodbye and now I'm thinking of all these things? So yeah, bye.